Wow. Wow. That's my lion roar, everybody, in case y'all didn't catch it. And I know you were probably expecting to hear the welcome back, but apparently I got flagged for that. So I got to figure out how to beat that. But I'm here. So I gave a little commentary for the first beginning of it anyway. If you are paying attention, it clearly says that we are doing this show today with a subscriber. So Pride Nation, let's be respectful. Let's have a little fun and let's talk some football. But this subscriber, many of you, I'm pretty sure know who he is. I'm pretty sure you've seen him in the chat. I'm almost 1,000% sure that not only have you seen this person in the chat, you probably have had a few debates with him, because he will debate your ass in a heartbeat. I'm talking about one Mr. Ghost Gunner himself. What up, though, and welcome to the show, bro.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Hey, listen, you hit me up. I tell everybody, if you want to get on, hit me up. I will find a way to get you here. And so we are here to rock and roll and get her done. Listen, this show is going to be covering a lot of different topics, from the draft, obviously, to free agency. It's another part. I got the guest himself, Mr. Ghost Gunner, who has questions directly that he wants to discuss and bring to the fold. I got a subscriber who took a serious dislike as it pertains to my criticism of Okuda versus Isaiah Simmons. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of addressing today, because that's going to be one of the things we're going to talk about. Are we really making excuses for Okuda, or are we just stating facts? We're gonna also look into have the Lions learn from their past. We're gonna look into the Lions' latest free agent signing and a interesting trade that was talked about on NFL.com. And we'll try to, if we can, get into it, the Lions uniforms. So first things first, I saw this question, so I want to make sure I answer this really quick. I saw this, and I want to hit on this for him. For you, Mr. Gene, here's a few people. Liam Eichenberg from Notre Dame would be an option. I can see him as one. I can see Jackson Cartman as another option. Another person I think you can probably see there, which I don't think he will make it to the second round, but if he could, I think he'd be gone for a wee pick him. Dylan Redunzes, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's from North Dakota State. That's another second round talent we can talk about in terms of offensive tackle. Let me see. Who was I thinking of? I'm trying to think of people that jump out to me that I remember. Walker Little from Stanford. That's another guy I could think of that we might be able to get in the second round. So there's a few of them that's there still, but they're not on the level of the top three. Let's just put that out there. They're not on the level of the top three. So let's talk about who in the building. Lee Bender is in the building. That dude live is in the building. Shout out to my people. PD Buster's in the building. Let's keep going down the list. We got Detroit Drew in the building. Salute to you, sir. Ramon, the new age, D-Map Zoom, Ghost Gunner, obviously, in there, making sure he don't lose his spot. Tim Matheson. Hey, absolutely. Tim Matheson, Cap Ice Cold, Don 19, Frederick Jackson, Looney Tunes in the mix. Did he cover his ears at my roar? Don't do me like that. Go Lions. Joey 2 times. Don Burr, Sports Gamer. Let me see. Make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. I ain't missing nobody. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Can is in the building. Blue Jay Sarge is in the building. CJ's in the building. Mr. Marcus 42 is in the building. Craig Ferguson is in the building. Steve-O is also in the building. Let me see. I ain't missing anybody. You think I got them all? You think I did good there, Ghost? How you feeling? Yeah, you know what? So. I forgot this one. Big Head Tay is in the building. Brian Farrell is in the building. Tokyo Rockstar is in the building. We got them all here, man. Listen. First things first, let me address this. So, the subscriber, I'm not going to give his name out because I rock with my peoples, but this subscriber does not like the way that we have covered Okuda. So, I'm going to use you, Ghost, as the voice of reasoning. If you think I get out of line, please feel free to check me. Okay? Check me and check me swiftly if I am out of line on anything I am about to show. So, his complaint was that we are not being fair when talking about Okuda versus Isaiah Simmons, and that we're making excuses for Isaiah Simmons. So, you know me, if we gonna do that, then let's do it. I'm usually not one for the get down, but let's go ahead and get into it. All right. This right here, good people, is a snap count tracker. It tracks the percentage for snap counts. It tracks the snap count totals and everything. And so one of my issues that I had with Okuda was because of this right here. Now, if you can't see it, I'm going to highlight it for you. And if you just take your eyes and scroll on down this way right here, see that right there? 71% of the snaps he took. Now, not to mention, he did miss quite a few number of games due to injury. Hell, he could have been hurt the whole season. But I want you to pay close attention to this right here. By week 2, 100% of the snaps, 91% of the snaps, 54% of the snaps. Obviously, we had a bye week. 100% of the snaps, 92% of the snaps, 97% of the snaps, 45% of the snaps. If I'm not mistaken, I think week 8 is where he started getting cooked. Bottom, yeah. So, and then 39% of the snaps. And so my point I was trying to make to the people was not me to knock Okuda, but to say that the difference between Okuda and Isaiah Simmons is I can be critical of Okuda because he played in enough games as a full-time starter, and I saw him in full-time one-on-one matchups, and it was not pretty. In the case of a guy like Isaiah Simmons, I said he did not get that luxury. So this particular screen you're looking at, people, and if you go way over here, this is the number of average snaps taken per game. So to kind of contrast that, let's go back to percentages. So here we are with Bobby Wagner. He took 99% of the snaps, right? 99% of the snaps, 97% of the snaps, 98% of the snaps, 97. Let's scroll all the way down. The first person I want y'all to we're going to scroll down to, because I'm not trying to be unfair, but if you're going to say that I'm not being fair, we're going to talk about it. To show you the truth of it, let's go to many of the linebackers taken after Isaiah Simmons, right? Starting off with Keith Murray. So let's find Mr. Keith Murray.
You mean
right?
Kenneth Murray?
Kenneth Murray. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said Keith Murray.
You scroll past him.
Did I? Did I scroll past him?
Yeah, go up a little bit.
Okay, let me go up a little bit. I don't want to miss him. Right there he go. There he go. Y'all see that, guys? See that, ladies and gentlemen? Let's look at Mr. Kenneth Murray. You know, that guy that the Chargers took 92% of the damn snaps. 92%.
91 in week 1, too.
91 of them in week 1, right? Now, I want y'all to put that in y'all box and hold on to it, right?
Patrick Quin was the other one, right?
Let's go down to Patrick Quin. Let's go down to him. Let me hide this. This is all in my damn way. Let me hide this. Let me get down here. Patrick Quin, good people. 80% of the snaps, right? Had a few full-time game snaps, right? In fact, to save you some of the trouble, so I can make this faster, these were all the cornerbacks the linebackers took after Isaiah Simmons. Kenneth Murray, 92% of the snaps. Jordan Brooks, 37% of the snaps. Patrick Quin, 80% of the snaps. Willie Gay Jr., 26% of the snaps. Logan Wilson, 43% of the snaps. Let's go and look at what Isaiah Simmons snaps look like. I'm going slow because I don't want to miss it. I don't want nobody to judge me because when I show you in contrast, it's going to be even more terrible. Okay, so let's get on down to my man Isaiah Simmons, and here we go. Can y'all take a good look over here? What percentage of snaps did that man take? Y'all see that? 34% of the snaps. It was so bad at how underutilized he was that the general manager came out and said, I don't know why he's not in the game, but we didn't take him 8th overall to not play. And I don't want to tell nobody how to do their job. Look at the percentage of snaps he took. Week 1, 29%.
I'll take it a step further. Look compared before their bye week and after their bye week.
Bruh, listen, I was going to get to that. I was just walking them through it. But thank you. You sped the process up. 11, 15, 13, 18, 24, 6%. Bye week happens. Some asses got chewed out. 53, 44, 68, 30, 39, 55, 75, 38, 34. He had never taken a large number of snaps. In fact, a guy in Jordan Brooks has a higher snap percentage than him. I'm going to show you how bad this is. Jelani Tavai took 56% of his snaps. 56% of his snaps. The guy you just brought in, Alex Anzalone, is that how you say his name? 54% of his snaps. Right? Reggie Ragland. U.S. Lions fans know damn well we did not play Reggie Ragland 50% of the snaps.
Wonder what Christian Jones had.
Watch this. This is my favorite one right here. You know that guy that everybody loved to hate Ghost? You know, Jared Davis, that guy that's now over in the Jets, that guy we hate. 35% of the snaps. Jared Davis played more than Isaiah Simmons, who was taken 8th overall. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I don't want people to think I'm biased. I don't want people to think I'm disrespectful. I don't want people to say that I'm not being fair. But how in the hell am I going to gauge a guy who was literally for the whole beginning of the season and half of the other season underutilized versus our guy who literally had opportunity up until he got hurt and took 71% of the snaps up until he got hurt. 100% of the snaps week 2, 91% of the snaps. Like, come on, people. I'm not trying to sit here and act like that's the problem. I'm just saying that I give him an opportunity to prove me wrong. Because he was playing under Matt Patricia, a guy that I did not think was a good head coach, who proved me to be right. But when you got guys who I know had less playing time here in Detroit, taking less snaps, and they still have more snaps than this guy, he's grossly underutilized. A 6'4", what was he like, 240, 235?
240.
Okay. 4'3", 4'35"?
4'39".
4'39". Okay.
Remember when everybody lost their marbles when that happened?
Yeah, right. A guy who's able to create turnovers, play safety and linebacker, and you can't find a way to get him on the field. So my question is, am I making an excuse, or are some things just a damn fact? What do you think, Ghost? Is this an excuse I'm making over here, or is this just a damn fact? He was not used.
Yeah, especially compared to Jeff Okuda, he wasn't used. Now, I ain't saying Okuda was used well because Patricia really just threw him against Devontae Adams, told him to die. But, I mean, compared to Isaiah Simmons, I didn't even notice he was on the field until I think he got, the interception against Russell Wilson.
Right.
That was the only time I noticed he was on the field.
Because they didn't play him.
And then when he got the hit against Cam Newton, those are the only times I've noticed him on the field.
When's the last time you heard somebody going in the top 10 and starting out on special teams? I'll wait. Taking most of their snaps on special teams. Where's the last time you heard that?
In general, none to mind right now.
Okay, let's look at Kenneth Murray. He took 59.9 snaps a game. Let's go down to Isaiah Simmons. Let's go on down to my man. Let's keep going down. We're going to find him. I don't want people to think I'm picking on him. I'm just telling you the truth. I can't assess a guy who ain't on the damn field. He doesn't have a body of work. He has not been given the opportunity to play. You notice that these numbers are getting low, right?
Oh, yeah. You ain't going to find him.
Here we go.
Oh, there he is. 20 to 23.6.
23.6 would be his average over the season of snaps that he took. Do you know what the average number of snaps in the defense take in a game?
Certainly not 5 from one of those games.
Listen, just think about it. He's not even taking 50% of the snaps in the game. And they have well over 90 to 100 snaps in the game for defense, right? Like they be having these large numbers and stuff, right? And I'm being said that, they don't like the coverage of it. All I'm telling you is this. Okuda played behind a really good team in Ohio. I'm not knocking that. He came here, got to one of the worst head coaches I could think of in a long time, was tossed to the fire, done no favors, and after being done no favors, tossed to the fire, got hurt, and was out for the season. But it was the way in which he got tossed to the fire, because he wasn't just getting cooked by the best of the best receivers. It was some guys in there that were not the best of the best. Like when St. Brown or Lazar is running past you, when DJ Moore is running past you, that's not acceptable. What do you think so far? Tell me, what are you thinking? You looking at this, you see the numbers, right? Like look at Jared Davis, 22.8%. 22.8 snaps a game, and he still had a higher snap percentage than. I'm gonna leave this alone. What do you think, Ghost? Am I making an excuse for Isaiah Simmons, or am I just stating the fact? What do you think?
I mean, it's a fact. I mean, they were both players were used poorly either way. Okuda and Simmons. Okuda was given more of an opportunity, but I mean, yeah, Simmons didn't have a ton of opportunity really until his second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. It's one of them things where you have to look at it and say, am I being unfair about something, or am I just making an observation to say, you know what?
Yeah, it's fair to criticize Okuda when he's played a lot in some of these games, 100% of the snaps on defense.
Now, I'm going through the comments because I want people to be fair. Y'all know this is an open platform. You can agree to disagree. I'm all for it.
Yeah, right. But at the same time, we did have like the first or second worst coach in the league compared to either Doug Marrone from the Jaguars.
Listen, I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's all it is. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Let's look at this. Steve-O says it's too early to give up on Okuda. We said he was injured and couldn't run at full speed. We don't know that wasn't true. He didn't have surgery. I mean, he did have surgery. The season would tell us if he's telling the truth or not. See, this is my thing. I'm not even looking at it as a truth thing. I looked at it and I just said that, look, I'm not trying to knock the guy. He still has time to prove himself. Again, I gave everybody a freaking pass. And I said this many times, Ghost, right? Have I not said this? I gave everybody a pass outside of Christian Jones. That is just who he is. Like, I'm sorry. That's just who he is. You've heard me say Christian that, right?
Jones. Who's going to be our new Christian Jones?
Listen, I hope not. Nobody.
Nobody.
Right? Now, it's I hope you're fired up. We're in the first 20 minutes of yesterday's podcast. Hey, I just thought of him actually. Will Harris. He could be. Right? He could be. But I want to hit on it, right? Lions not just dependent on that draft like the way the mixture is going. Okay. Okuda would be fine with our better coaching. I think he will too.
Yeah, I hope Aaron Glenn can get him right. I think if you moved to strong safety, I think he would be really good if you got moved to strong safety.
Listen, now Don Burr says the Okuda slander is ridiculous to me. It's way too early to give up on a 1-year DB when most take 2 or 3 years to develop. And again, I, as a person, I'm saying to you, okay, I agree. You're not giving up on him. But my criticism of him is fair. He's had a body of work to show me something. And I'm telling you, I ain't seen nothing that's like, I don't care where he was drafted. But what I seen him do in that body of work that he did, granted, it was short-lived. Granted, it wasn't with good coaching. Granted, it wasn't with a strong front seven in front of him. But if I got to create the front seven in front of him strong, right, then that tells me that not only did Quin mess up in drafting the guy, that tells me that I have a right to be upset when I'm saying, and we still got a problem at linebacker. We got one team who didn't even need the damn linebacker, but took him anyway. And then we got us who still need a damn linebacker and took a cornerback when we didn't need him. We didn't need the cornerback. You know, we just didn't need him. So, and that just keep this in mind. This point gonna come back up. Aaron Glenn is a legend. He will help Okuda out. I hope so. Simmons wasn't that great last season. He didn't play up to the 3rd overall. He didn't play up to the 3rd overall pick either. Taking Justin Herbert would have been the only player we could have took at 3 that would have been worth it.
Herbert wouldn't have played though.
Right. That's
what I'm saying. I guess when Stafford got hurt those couple games, that would have been about it though.
Yeah, but it still wouldn't have mattered. It's still you didn't got a sample out of him because he wouldn't have started here. That's one. That's two.
Still went on 5-11.
Two, you got to put this in perspective too. Two, Simmons was underutilized. We can't say he didn't play well when you don't. Football is a rhythm sport, just like basketball is a rhythm sport. If you take Steph Curry and put him in on spots, he's not hitting them threes consistently. I promise you. It's rhythm. That's what it is.
To be fair, Matt Patricia probably would have underutilized Simmons too. He probably would have put his ass like outside corner.
See, don't play with me. I'd have been mad. I don't even want to think about it. But I wanted to address this. So, I wanted to address this so we can be fair. He says better coaching a real damn pass rush would benefit the kid. Yep. I'm just saying. He said I'm reaching. I'm not reaching. I'm telling the truth.
I hope. What's his name? Jay-Sean Cornell that we drafted last year. I hope he gets a chance to play this year because he got hurt in training camp.
Listen,
You remember what was it? I think it was Devon Hamilton who we really liked coming out of OSU. Wasn't it that D tackle last year? But I think he got drafted in like the third round when we were drafting a bunch of OSU players.
I think it was Hamilton.
Yeah. Well, I was watching Jay-Sean Cornell. He was taking most of the double teams on that D line with Chase Young and Devon Hamilton. He was eating a lot of those up. So I think he has a lot of potential to be good.
And listen, we're going to get into all of it, but I had to address this first because I don't want people to sit there and say I'm making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm objective to it. A guy didn't play. You know what I mean? Like I would love to say something different, but he just didn't play. You notice like Zach Bond didn't have a lot of snaps. I can't say he was trash.
I forgot about him. Like where did he get drafted to?
The Saints. They didn't really use him. You want to know how many what percentage of snaps he took?
I would be
11%.
Wow, I was thinking I was going to be surprised if it was 20%. That's
11%. Anthony Jennings 35%. Right? If you're not used, you're not used. So I mean, I thought Simmons could have been worth the third pick if he bulked up and developed him as a pass rusher, but no off-field ball linebacker safety would ever be worth the top 3 pick. I'm just listen. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I don't know what he was doing to LSU in that national championship game. I mean, they had to completely change their game plan that second half.
And listen, detail. I've said this many times. He says all the players who have played for Patricia get a pass for the time he was here because he never put them in position to win. No excuses from this time forward. Period. Shay makes a very good point. Okuda was being overutilized in the wrong scheme. Again, just the truth. It's not an excuse. It's the truth. One guy underutilized, another guy overutilized in a horrible, horrendous freaking scheme. Now, Ghost, now that I took care of that, you got your first topic for me. Let's go. Let's get it popping. What you got for me, man?
All right. I want to start with this one. I literally just thought of it like before we started. What do you think is how much the draft's going to change up whatever the hell Atlanta does it for? Because that's the one team I don't know what they're doing. They could take a tackle. They could take a quarterback. They could trade back.
I think they take a vote of confidence. They're going to do one of two things. One, I think they take a quarterback and start grooming him for the future. Or two, say, F it. If I stay with Ryan, it don't work out. I can move on from him from next year. I'm still going to have a high draft pick, and it's probably a quarterback in next year's draft I like better. So I might as well get weapons. And then I can see them doing something like getting picks because they did have success with who? Antonio Gonzalez. They had success with LG Crumper and a host of other people. So I see them doing one of those two things. But how does that affect the Lions?
Really, I think it can affect us, especially if they take Penei Sewell and then Cincinnati goes and they take Slater and we're just kind of left with the offensive weapon or the trade back option. That's what I'm more afraid of, is I want Slater really bad. So I really don't want them to take a tackle. So I feel like that'll make Cincinnati feel like they have to take the other tackle.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I don't know if you saw this or not, but obviously the Lions have added a new a new free agent.
Yeah, what was his name? Corn Elder.
Yeah, I'm giving you a minute. Yeah, so Corn Elder. So my question is should the Lions have signed him? And what do you think about the signing?
I mean, if it's like the rest they've made, where they're all like a bunch of cheap one-year deals, then I guess it's fine. I know they also brought in what's his name for a visit. Was it the corner from Dunbar, right? They brought in him for a visit, I believe.
Well, he ain't came yet. Dunbar,
he ain't came yet.
Yeah, Quinton Dunbar has not come yet.
Yeah, I know he's probably to be more expensive than the guy we just signed, but I think he'll probably play a slot corner, right? We don't really have a slot corner unless you're going to put Mike Ford there. So I mean, more depth at corners really good. So as long as it's one of them cheap deals, I'm cool. As long as we didn't do it, Matt Patricia did, and Bob Quinn giving $30 million to Jamie Collins, and I'm cool.
Listen, the way I look at it is like this. If you look at the video I made yesterday, I showed the current roster. And the truth is anybody they bringing in, I'm not gonna kill them because you have to build up that room. And so I just looked at the deals that we've been handing out, and I know he ain't got no money. I hate to say it that way, but I know we ain't pay him nothing. And he's got every reason to go out there and say, I can earn my money here. Right? Like if Okuda gets hurt again, he can sit there and say to himself, this would be my chance to take a spot. So it makes sense for him. And I love the fact that they chose to go this route because you got to fill that spot. Anybody who like, oh, man, I don't like the player, he ain't good, blah, blah, it don't matter. We don't got enough cornerback depth as it is. Your two starters are going to be Amani Oruwariye and Jeff Okuda, right? Them your two starters. So this guy can play slot, right? And if he can play slot, who cares? And if he can't, you still go out, you draft another corner at some point, and then when you do that, you still have an opportunity in adding more talent there. But the cornerback position needs some help, just like the safety position. Once you get past Tracy Walker, who the hell is left?
Yeah, that drives in a little bit my question. Another one is, would it be worth taking a corner in the first round, regardless if it's at 7 or a trade back? Because if you look at our DB room in general, it's like the two young guys at corner.
At 7? Are you talking about at 7?
In general, whether you want to stay at 7 or you want to trade back a few spots and pick up a corner.
I don't care what they do past the second. Listen, I put it like this. I don't care what they do past that first pick at 7. If you're telling me that they trade that pick down and they end up at a later pick and take a cornerback, I ain't going to kill them for that. But if you're stuck at 7 and you take a cornerback, I'm going to kill you for that. Because at that point, you cannot tell me that the cornerback was the 7th best player with the people who's going to be left on the board. It's no way you're going to convince me that there's a cornerback worthy of another top 10 pick this year. It's no way.
I don't see it either. If a trade back, if we're like 15, like the 15s around there, I can see that. Unless they take like Christian Barmore, and that is named the Alabama D tackle.
Yep. I mean, but
I can see that happening. But
yeah, but again, it depends on how far we're talking. If you're talking about taking a cornerback and you're talking about taking them at 7, I'm gonna act a hot ass mess. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm a trip because it should not happen. It should not happen. And so it makes the most sense. That dude says cheap deal, low risk, high reward, good signing. I don't know how you can say it. This discussion makes me remember how much passing on the quarterback was a mistake last year. If Fields or Lance is there, the Lions need to seriously think about taking the quarterback at 7. No, I disagree with you, Steve-O.
I disagree with the first part of that statement, too. Matt Patricia didn't deserve to draft a quarterback.
Right. Like this listen, listen. You're right, Ghost. Let's go back. Why would you give a guy who's a dead man walking to draft your future quarterback knowing that he's a dead man walking? That's one.
If he wanted to draft a quarterback, he should have got it his either first or second year.
Yep, hands down. Plus, 2, hindsight is 20/20. We don't know what these quarterbacks would have been. They all are in different situations that we can't discuss. At the time, everybody wanted Tua.
Yeah, everybody's hyping up Tua. You don't hear nothing about him now.
Right, and now like they were trying to move on. They tried to trade him, the rumor was, at one point. And so I'm just saying, we can sit there and say that, but the truth is this: the Lions don't need a quarterback now because you don't need a superstar quarterback or a groomed quarterback. You got your quarterback replacement. There is something to be said for a person with NFL experience versus a guy without it. It just is. It's a reason why some of these garbage can quarterbacks like McCown and Chase Daniels and it's a lot of them. I'm just trying to be cool. They survive because they have experience. And so for me, I don't see a reason in them having to take that quarterback this year, because guess what? If you take that quarterback this year, then what? You don't have a hole at quarterback. We have a boat with multiple holes. We got a hole at right tackle. We got quite a few holes at safety. We got quite a few holes at cornerback.
I want to draft 2 safeties, to be honest.
I'm just saying, like, we got holes, bro. We got holes at linebacker. And now we're going to waste one of our picks on a quarterback? Help it make sense. Nah, I'm good.
Especially with the little amount of capital we have this year. Like, next year we got a whole lot, but even then I don't want to do one next year. This year I just want to draft Slater and draft all defense after we take Slater.
Listen, if for some reason, I'm just telling you right now, if for some reason both tackles are gone, Joseph, and you see what he say, right? He says that the scenario I'm worried about, both old tackles are gone and no trade partner. Slater is the only real true option at 7.
At that point, Pitts and Chase would be there, right?
I mean, listen, at that point, if you're going to take Jamar Chase, then you're going to take Jamar Chase. Or if you're going to take Tevin Jenkins, you're going to take Tevin Jenkins. Or if you're going to, like, at that point, you're still going to have some top talent fall to you. And if a quarterback falls to you, it's an option for somebody to trade up. So all I got to do is call and say, hey, I got such and such on the other phone. They're talking about offering me this. What do you have? Carolina are trading up to Atlanta to get their quarterback, probably the same offer they made to the Lions for Stafford.
Oh, that's cap. That's an early April Fool's joke right there.
I mean, if they did, I mean,
good for Atlanta, finessing a in-division rival for their picks.
Listen, the best option would be to trade back, and I think that makes the most sense. I think it is what it is. I know you had some other topics you wanted us to kind of hit on, so I'm gonna let you hit on those, and then I'm gonna jump into the ones that I wanted to hit on. So, what other topics you wanted to hit on?
What would be for you? What would be a surprise pick in the first round
for the Lions?
Yes.
Okay, stay with me. Cornerback.
In general, or at 7?
Just at 7. At 7. If you're telling me they trade down and take a cornerback, I'm telling you I don't care. You trade it down, you take a cornerback. I still would be shocked, but it wouldn't be a shock if it happened at 7. Now, let's say they traded down to like 12. To me, to take a cornerback and you the Lions, you got to be picking in like the late 20s. Like, to be honest with you. But if you're telling me you stood in the top 15 and took a cornerback, you're not going to tell me that he was better than the play. It's just too many options, bro. It's too many options. If they get down to 12 and take Tevin Jenkins, ain't nobody finna be mad at them. If they get down to 12 and take Waddles or receiver, ain't nobody gonna be mad at them.
Right.
Would you go down to 15 and take a cornerback? What are you saying about Okuda? What are you saying about Amani Oruwariye? No, I can't see it. What do you think? What's the pick that you think that can happen that will shock you?
If they stay at 7, they stayed at 7 and took a defensive end after re-signing Romeo Okwara.
If they did what?
If they took a defensive end at 7, like stayed at 7 and picked a defensive end, when we just signed Romeo Okwara and had Trey Flowers still.
Bruh, listen. Listen.
If they traded back and got a defensive end like in the 20s, I wouldn't be mad. But at 7,
it would piss me off. But that would tell me that they're probably going to move Trey Flowers to the D tackle.
Yeah, that would be the first thing to come to mind.
But I still would be pissed off. Like, I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, the D and then the corner especially, 100%. That'd be.
Ramon the New Age says, "Yeah, we don't need a quarterback. By the time we're ready to win and Goff is gone, a quarterback this year would be a free agent." I see it. Delusional Lion fan says draft Jock at 7. I think if they trade it down, that's who I think they're going to try to look at if he's still there. I think he'll still be a strong option for him. But I don't think people are talking about him because they're assuming that the Lions are not going to have the trade partner. At least, well, some experts are saying so. If we trade back, I don't want a lot of picks in this year's draft. I'm with you. Build up for the next year's draft.
Yeah, we have what? We have 9 or 10 next year, I think, with those comp picks. So we have what?
Boats and hoes. Yeah. I got holes.
Next year's draft's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
I think they'll take a receiver for sure next year in the first round.
Take a quarterback in later rounds or undrafted. Jared Goff is your quarterback for 3 years. If you hated Matthew Stafford, you asked for this. He's your quarterback for 3 years.
I still like David Blau as a backup too. Took him way too long to put him over Chase Daniels, but you know.
Wait till I get to that topic. Here comes Luke paddling up in that boat again. I'm just saying, bro. That's the only thing you got to look at. That's the only thing you got to look at. Ghost, let me ask you this, because obviously it's a lot of things that we're gonna all have different opinions. We're gonna have different views,
right.
Or anything like that. Chase looked nice at pro day, ran a 4.3.
First thing when he said that, I thought he was talking about Chase Daniel.
Bruh, I'm not even thinking about no 4.3s. I'm not, because the 4.3 to me this year, I can't trust it, man. We have record numbers. That's like no.
Ran a 4.3.
Let's put it this way: that DN at 6'5", 257 ran a faster 40 than Chase.
Than Jamar Chase.
Yes. I don't trust none of that. I think Jamar Chase is probably and I don't see. I hate to say this. I don't see a 4.3 guy in Jamar Chase. I think he's more like in the 4.4, 4.5 area.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just me. Luke G, what do all winning teams have on their offense? Running, right? Why do we bitch about not running every year, but never solidify our O-line? It says Henson, Slater, or Sewell.
But taking Slater or Penei Sewell at 7.
Listen, it's one of them things where I think that Lions fans don't know what they want. We don't know what we want. We want it all. Give it to us all. And the truth is in wanting it all, you got to take into account that wanting it all doesn't set you up for nothing. It just don't. It's not sexy. It's not anything that you can get excited about. It's just you're just there. And the worst parts about it is, and I hate to be this way because in all honesty it makes sense, but the worst parts about it is this. This is why I'm not worried about the quarterback. This team is going to run the damn ball. The quarterback's going to throw, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, we're going to try to run the damn ball. And the best way to do that is what you said. Get some lineman help. Complete the offensive line.
Hopefully one of those two guys are there at 7. Especially Slater, since you can move him anywhere.
Ghost, I'm going to answer this question, but I'm going to give it to you first. Would you take Jacksonville's 25th in both their second-round picks?
For them to jump to 7?
For them to jump to 7. That's what I think he's trying to say.
I feel like it depends who's there. If both tackles are gone, that I might consider that. Right, I think they have to give a little more than that, though, jumping all the way to 25 to 7. Yeah, they going to give me a couple first next year, too.
Listen, I'm finna do this swiftly. Look what was given up for a team to move 9 spots, people. 9 spots. And then ask yourself, why are you going to get less? Why?
25 to 7.
25 to 7? Look what they had to give up to go from 12 to freaking 6. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. They're gonna have hell no, I'm not taking that deal. Now if you telling me I'm at 15 and I move from 15 to 25, then yeah, I'll take that deal all day. 10 spots. I give me some 2 seconds this year. I'm gonna still get all the things I need. Okay, cool. But no, if you tell me from 25 to 7, that ain't enough.
Yeah, they're gonna have to give me their house.
If the top O-line isn't there at 7, go defense then. No.
At 7, yeah, I don't think there's any good defensive player you'd want to take at 7.
CJ, I don't know if there's a defensive player that's worthy of a top 10 pick in this draft. I just don't. I don't know. Ramon the New Age says if they take a cornerback, I wouldn't be mad, but Okuda and Amani sure would. I mean, it just don't make sense. So let me jump into this topic because I wanted to point this out and I wanted to make sure I hit on this really quick because I saw this article in which they talked about the press conference of Rod Woods. and Rod Woods basically had some choice words. And he said what they learned from the Matt Patricia era was that's the kind of culture they don't want, and that they have learned their lesson.
Took them 3 years to figure that out.
Man, what the hell, right? So my question to you, Ghost, is do you think the Lions have learned from their past? Do you believe that they learned from the lessons that Matt Patricia taught them?
I think that one image of our owner covering her face on the Thanksgiving game, I think that really was all that needed to be shown. You remember that?
Yeah.
I mean, they have. I mean, it's the season hasn't started yet, so I mean, you still kind of a wait and see thing if they really have learned from their mistakes. But it seems like the moves they made in the front office shows they've changed.
Well, I put it like this: for me, I can tell you this much. It's one thing to say that they've learned from this lesson. I don't think there's enough information for him to say he's learned from this lesson. I don't think it's enough information for fans to believe that they've learned from it. Yes, they went the total opposite by getting a coach who's a quote-unquote player coach. And clearly it's working because we are winning all sorts of free agents that will generally go other places. And they're coming here for dirt cheap cash because they like what this guy's talking about. But that's not enough for me to say that they learned from their lessons. I wouldn't know that they learned from their lessons if first year starts off with this team having a worse record than this, and then year two they get to a record that's similar to this, and then they get fired. Oh yeah, they learn from their lessons. See, the swift response to stupidity will let me know that they learned from their lessons. I don't know. I don't know if is that the case for them to do that. I don't know if you want to, buy into it. But to say that they learned from it, I don't know if I got that because this isn't the first time they did this. You talk about the Matt Millen era, Bobby Ross. I can go down a list of mistakes that they made, but the biggest difference is Sheila. And the reason I say that is because I hate to be the one to say this, but most jobs and most things, when it's involving a female, it seems to get done different. Like the women don't play. The patient levels ain't there. They want what they want, and if you are married or got a girlfriend, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. And I think that's the biggest difference. So they got an opportunity to really get some things done. Rather take Phillips than Parsons at 7. The Miami DN? Is that you talking about?
I believe so, yeah. Can we trade back?
We don't have a hole at that position. We don't. It's not a hole there. That's the problem.
Yeah, I would rather go with the alleged booty warrior over Phillips at 7 if we're.
I mean, right? If it's got to freaking happen, right?
Yeah, if there's allegations clear up, then yeah.
If you poll Lions fans, you will probably find that most of them want Parsons. Okay, that's a name that they know, just like they think we rebuilding. And William Birch, how did that translate in our run game? How many rushing touchdowns did we have? Isn't it fair to say our O-line was better built for passing than rushing? At 7, Xavier Collins or Cox at 2nd. I would take Cox in the 2nd over Xavier Collins because I don't know what defense we're running. And at least with Jabril Cox, I'm going to get a guy who can play in different atmospheres. I think Xavier Collins can play in different like defenses, but I think he's better suited to be a 3-4 outside linebacker or inside linebacker. And I don't know if we're going to be running a 3-4. So just saying. If it ain't an O-line, I think we got Chase if he's there or Pitts. That's what I'm saying. You got to go with the weapon at that point. If you can't, because now at that point you're gonna shake up. You might as well take away somebody else's option. And make it hard on them.
Are gone.
So that's just the way I'm viewing it. Could be wrong. Could be right. I wanted to talk about this because Todd McShay just dropped a mock draft. A peculiar mock draft at that. Todd McShay came up in his latest mock draft that showed the first 2 rounds that had the Detroit Lions trading their pick 7th overall to the Panthers for their pick at 8. The Panthers would then select Trey Lance, and he has the Lions getting the 8th overall pick in a 3rd to go to 8 and take Jalen Waddles. Goes, if that trade happened,
just a 3rd.
It's like you.
Can I have what he's having?
It's like you in my head. When I first heard this trade, I said, "So you telling me they're gonna move up 1 spot, and all I get is a 3rd in this year's draft?" Oh hell no!
Can they give me Jeremy Chin too?
Right. I mean, right. What else? You got to give me something else. You got to give me something else. I really? I mean, are you serious? Like, what are you smoking, Todd? What are you smoking? And then for you to sit there and say they're going to take Waddles at 8, why? Why? They would just trade the pick again. What would be the point of moving 1 spot for you to pick up an extra damn 3rd? Seriously. Like if it's you, you're the GM of the Lions. I'm gonna be the Panthers calling you up. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello? Yeah. Panthers? Are you there?
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, hey, I have a great trade for you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Great trade. We're going to send you our pick 8th overall and a 3rd round pick in this year's draft, and you send us your 7th pick overall.
Oh, okay. What else you sending me?
No. You don't get it. That's the great trade. I'm not sending you anything else. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to make your team better. I am trying to make my team better.
Click.
And that's how it should fucking go. That's how it should go. That's exactly how it should go. The fact that he would even make this a topic is a joke to me. Now, I think Waddles is a good receiver. I think he was a better receiver than Devontae Smith, right? But if you telling me that all I'm getting is a 3rd round pick for me to move back 1 spot, so what? I got 2 thirds, so what? You didn't even offer a 2nd. I don't even want to like
a 3rd.
A 3rd, and if you pay Ghost, you said the best thing. What else are you offering? See, you can't have these kind of conversations.
So they're gonna need to give me Jeremy Chin, their house, their car, their wife, something, man. Like a 3rd. That's it.
It doesn't make sense, bro. Tim Matheson says draft offensive line in the 1st round because there is plenty of linebackers to choose from in the later rounds. I'm also a guy who is really high on Micah Parsons. It just makes sense. A lot of these defensive players is going to fall. Now, let me finish telling you how he got us going. He also had the Lions after they take Waddles, Jalen Waddles, at the 8th pick. He got them in the 2nd round, taking who? Linebacker Nick Bolton. Well, all right. So we're gonna go from wide receiver to linebacker.
And 1/3.
And the 3rd.
The next 3rd. I don't even know what he's eating in the morning. I don't know what he's having.
Lucky says the Lions had the 13th best overall O-line last season. Lions need a defensive playmaker more than a wide receiver and a lineman at 7. Okay.
There's no real defensive playmaker at 7 is the problem, though.
This is the question. Who? This is the question. Who? Secondly, this team is going to run the ball. Tell me what the Lions' rushing ranking was last year.
It was like what, 28th?
Listen. Everybody love Google. Google it. Tell me what it was.
Give me a second.
Yeah, tell me what it was. I'm not even looking at it no damn mo.
I want to say it was pretty bad.
No, listen. I ain't gotta say it. We'll let the facts speak for themselves. If you're telling me that the Lions had the 13th best overall offensive line, then I'm waiting to hear what our rushing ranking was. I cannot wait to hear what it was. It's going to be great. It has to be. It has to be, right? Like
rushing.
You know,
was this last year? This is 30 in attempts and 30th in yards. Am I reading that right?
No, you read. Keep reading.
Oh yeah, that was last year.
You're reading.
Yeah.
13th best.
No, 30th.
No. Lucky said the Lions had the 13th.
Oh, 13 by the Olsen line.
Overall.
Okay, yeah.
Overall. When you're that trash and rushing, I'm not trying to hear that we got the 13th best overall offensive line, bro. I'm sorry. Come on. What were we ranked in passing?
We were 10th in yards, 13th in attempts.
See that? And somebody said earlier the line was built more so for the pass than it was to run.
20th overall in general.
Somebody said that earlier, that the Lions were built more for the pass than the run. We're running the ball. You think they brought Jamal Williams in here to pass it? No, they're trying to run that thing.
I was surprised we got him pretty cheap too. He's a really damn good back.
Listen, some things are just what they are, and we're not trying to kill them, but we have to be able to respect it.
I like the backfield they got together right now with Swift and Williams, the 1 and 2. We take Slater, and we're gonna hit the ground run like right away on offense.
I'm just saying, 100%, man. It's just one of them things where I want y'all to just put it in perspective. Todd Mercedes, Mel Kiper Jr. 2.0, y'all cold. Y'all are cold. Let's see.
They're basically the same dude. If you had like a voice changer and they were both talking about the draft, I couldn't tell who was different.
Don Burton called everybody stupid today. He said, "I'm reaching." He said, Todd Mercedes sounds stupid. So it says Lions run a game was bad due to lack of creativity, not because of the O line. Okay. All right.
I mean, yeah, Darrell Bowe was running the dives.
I don't know.
I mean, either way, it was so. What was it? 30th? Isn't that what I said? It was 30th. We're 30th in rushing.
I just, like I said, it's creativity. That's what we're talking about. Creativity. Okay, listen, you could be right.
I'm not going to act like Darrell Bobo was putting our running backs in position to win, but I mean, either way, it was 30.
Midwest Lion says, bro, he would love Jock in our defense. I would too if you can get it done right. But if you tell me I'm taking him at 7, Delusional Lion Fest carry on finna be the starting fullback, man, that would be interesting. But at Luigi, we had AP last year, and Stafford had to throw the ball 40 times, and the 30th best rushing attack, we good. Goff would throw 80 plus times and take us to the promised land. Jock or Surtain over Parsons at 7. You cannot tell me that Surtain. I don't even think Surtain is better than Asante Samuel Jr. I don't know how. I don't like how. At 7, no, there's no defensive player worthy of it.
I haven't really checked how much. I haven't checked much of the corners this year. I just started looking at Andre Cisco. He reminds me of who I wanted last year. I wanted Antoine Winfield last year. He reminds me a lot of him, the way their motors, how high motored they are.
Lee Badner says, Luke, I don't think your YouTube went live. I don't know what that means. Can you explain to me what you mean? Let me hit on another topic. So the reports come out that, like, basically on what the Lions did with the contracts of Tim Boyles, Khalif Redmond, and Damian Ratley. People, I don't know if I should be giving Brad Holmes this credit, Dorsey this credit, Denser, whoever, I don't know who. Whoever deserves this credit, I'm giving it to him. Let me make this shit big. This is not real. Let me make this big. You know what? I don't even like it. That ain't big enough. Let me make this real big. I need y'all to really, really see this. I need y'all to really see this. Okay. Jesus. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me get this down real quick. Okay.
Can't be mad at that.
Who is the guy doing this? Who did this? Y'all gotta tell me. Who did this? Tell me who did this. Ghost, who did this? Tell me who did this. Who is the guy who came up with this contract? Tell me, Ghost. You tell me. Who's the guy?
Who was it? Mike Disner. He's the main cap guy, isn't he? Mike Disner, Brad Holmes, everybody in that front office. Check this, Bob Quin. We'd be giving him $30 million.
Listen, bro. Listen. Hold on. No, this ain't big enough. I need y'all to feel this. You hear me? I need y'all to feel this. Y'all realize that we paid Chase Daniels way more than this.
He got like 20 times more than that.
Way more than this. Lucky says Mike Dancer handles the cap.
Oh, okay.
Clap it up for that damn man. Clap it up for that damn man there. This dude got this man to accept a game bonus of $250,000. He essentially makes $2 million guaranteed no matter what. The rest of that, he got he. Look at this. Clap. Look at. Hold on, people. Ghost, stop me when I go crazy. Hold on. What? Ghost.
Not even $1 million for him.
Ghost. This is y'all kick returner, people.
Especially, did you see what Agnew got compared to this guy?
Bruh.
I mean,
Are y'all paying attention?
You can't be mad at it.
Are y'all paying attention? Look at this shit. Bruh. This man didn't even get $1 million. He didn't even get $1 million. Bruh. His signing bonus is $137,000. You can literally cut him and still not even feel this. Why can't we praise this man? And Agnew got $13 million for 3. I don't even want to talk. Yep. Hold on. Ghost, you stop me when I'm. I'm.
Keep going. Keep it going.
What?
Oh my Lord. Imagine if that was the $6 million that we might have gave to somebody else.
Now stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. We got fans who mad we didn't give $16 million to a receiver. Look at these contracts they handing out. What do you think they just paid my man, the cornerback? What do you think he got? Too? No, listen, they don't have that one on here. This was announced because they finally announced what the contract was. I have never, and I'm not acting like these are like, oh, these is like dog players that you know. It's not the point. In a year where the cap went down, where players are trying to get some type of money, you got guys taking less than $1 million. Damian Ratley is here for $920K, no signing bonus or guaranteed money.
Hey, you could literally just cut him; he get nothing, right? And that's the way his contract's set up.
But listen, y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. Who was the genius behind this? Who hired him? Who brought that guy in? This is unfreaking believable. You telling me that I managed to still get spots filled and I haven't even broke the $1 million mark on these spots? Bruh, hold on. I'm trying to preach it up. They're not listening. They're not paying attention, JGB. They not. Like, bruh. Do y'all realize what Jared Goff is playing under this year? Like almost a little bit under $6 million. Who came up with this? This is nuts. This blew my mind. Jack Frost is like I've been saying for weeks now. We actually have a front office with a functional brain cell. It's amazing. This is freaking amazing. And the best part about it is we know what the other contracts look like. We know what the Tyrell Williams contract looked like. We know what the Bashar contract looked like. But those are low deals. You gave $1.75 million to a linebacker, because we're talking about snap counts, because who took 54% of the snaps. Like seriously.
Yeah, I doubt Cornell. I doubt he made much more than what we're looking at right now.
Listen,
if not the exact same.
You knew back in the day, even these low tier guys was coming here getting at least $1 million. We ain't paying them. We ain't paying these people nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like $6 million that we gave to another guy last year, right?
Like this is crazy. He said he's Lucky says John Dorsey, Mike Dancer, Ray Agnew, and Brad Holmes is the reason. This is nuts, Lucky. You don't even understand. I don't even know how to handle this, Lucky. This right here, I saw this and I said, this can't be right. This is a typo. I went back and looked at it again, right? Because I said, you know what? I'm going to scroll back. Tim Boyle, I'm not acting like Tim Boyle is lights out, but he's a solid backup. He's a solid backup. He's not Chase Daniels. Chase Daniels had way more money than this. And it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Goes. When can we start praising this front office for doing smart moves? When? Because that's going to come to my next topic. When can we start praising them?
They've been deserving this praise since free agency really has started. With the little amount they've spent and the restructures they made. When they made the Jamie Collins restructure, I was sold.
Listen. Everybody thought I had a few people. I had a few people who chewed me out. Who chewed me out, and told me that I was batshit crazy for getting all hype that we restructured Jamie Collins, and I said, you don't get it. You don't get it. That was just the beginning. That was the signal to everybody. Oh, he took a pay cut. You know what's coming next. And everything I said that was going to come after that has happened. Minus Nick. I said all these players are going to either have to take a pay cut or be cut. And so far, I've been right. I still think they're going to cut Nick Williams. Look at this. Everyone keeps saying that the Lions are a cash strap. Yeah, right. Pennies. I mean, pennies. Ghost, you had another topic you wanted to bring up pertaining to Jalen Fields, right?
Justin Fields, yeah.
I mean, Justin Fields. My bad.
Yeah, a lot of people are like freaking out over his, like, what was it, 4.41?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, if you watch his games, he's not like in the big game, other than his games against Alabama and Clemson this year. In a lot of those big games, he played awful. That was my huge concern with him. Was like he's got arm talent, but man, his decision making was horrible. I think it was at the Northwestern game. They completely took the ball from him in the second half, and they ran it with Trey Sermon, who ran for 350 yards in the second half.
I think my issue with Fields is this. What is going on between the ears? And so a lot of the times, which is also some of the things that I pay attention to, and I will argue with a lot of these mobile quarterbacks, are you sitting there processing the play for real? Or are you just relying on your God-given talent and trying to take off and make a play? And when I watch Fields, sometimes I felt like he was just playing backyard football until he realized that the other team was playing football. And then it became a problem for him. Because you didn't see him try to process the plays. You saw him trying to run around and just create something on his God-given talent. And that's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. That's not going to be what it's going to take for you to win.
It's kind of the same thing. I mean, he's better than is what I was going to bring up. But remember when Dwayne Haskins was coming out, a whole bunch of Lions fans wanted him when he was coming out? I mean, I don't think he's not as bad. I think he can be good at put in the right situation, but he's better than Dwayne Haskins. But I remember just back then with Dwayne Haskins, where all he literally did was just dink and dunk on the offense.
See, my thing with Dwayne Haskins was not that he dinked and dunked. It was more so that he was put in a system to make him shine with talent surrounding him, and so we make these excuses with Alabama quarterbacks that, oh, man, we can't judge them because they always got talent around them and blah, blah, blah. And I think in this case with Fields, to me, I just feel like he's a guy that I feel like he's like Dak Prescott. You have to create a system and a perfect storm for him to be successful. But I want somebody who's a force multiplier, somebody who does not need that to sustain. They just need to get it done.
Right, yeah, and there was a few games, even just this past season, where he looked really bad. Remember, I think Indiana was really good this year. He did really bad against Indiana. Northwestern, he was awful. Even go back to I think it was a sophomore year, I think it was a sophomore year where he turned over the ball like 4 times against Penn State.
Oh my God. Okay. Tokyo Rockstar says Ian Book fits our offense. Here's my response to that, Tokyo. There it is. What do you want me to do? Like, I'm serious. Like, why is Ian Book so special to people? Who is hyping Ian Book up and why? I was doing film study of a whole nother player, Andre Cisco, showing why this guy should not be this hyped up. I told people about Jamie Newman because I got tired of hearing that name. I don't see this player that y'all see. Like, what is Ian Book gonna do? If you think that any other quarterback had to sit for at least 2 or 3 years, Ian Book need to hold 4 or 5. He
could be holding the clipboard a long time.
Like, I just don't. Like, I'm not impressed with him. I'm just not impressed with him. D-Town says Fields has 57 touchdowns and only 9 interceptions.
Can I respond to that real quick?
Good competition. Sounds good to me.
Go look at the good competition he played. Go look all the good defenses he played. His 2 best games, which I'll give him credit for, was against Clemson this year, and he played pretty well. I thought he played a lot better against Alabama in the championship too. But other than go look at the Indiana game, go look at the Penn State game from the year before, go look at the Northwestern game. All the good competition he played against, he did not play very well.
I'm not even gonna go that far. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me. I'm not even gonna go that far. I'm just gonna say this. I'm okay with him if you put him in the right system. But he's not a force multiplier. He's not somebody he's how can I best word this?
Not a day one starter.
Yeah, he's not. That's not. I'm not even gonna say he's not even a day one starter. I think the word I want to. You know what? Here go the word I'm gonna use for him. Feels to me is only gonna be as good as the head coach who's willing to put him in the situations to be good. At Ohio State, a team where you can go and do your things, he had numbers, and that's great. But you know who else had numbers? Jamarcus Russell. You know who else had numbers? Dwayne Haskins. People always have numbers. I think what was the guy from USC, Liner? It's always these quarterbacks who have numbers. Kellen Moore had a bunch of numbers. Remember that? And, at the end of the day, he got to be put in a good situation. Now, if San Francisco takes him at 3 and Shanahan think he can get the best out of him, more power to him. But for me, he's not worth no top 10 pick. I can't do it. Yeah. And I could be a team without a quarterback, and I would probably be like
a good situation for him would maybe if he fell to Pittsburgh. I could see that because he'd be able to sit for a year. He has a lot of good weapons there.
True. At this point, this is your opportunity to ask me any question y'all want, and we'll address it. Jack Frost Ghost says that they got like 20 players with that money that they did not decide to tag Kenny Galladay with. I told you.
I don't know. What Galladay what did he get? Was it $18.5 million a year? Isn't that what he got? Something crazy like that. Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting the ball when Daniel Jones is going to be on his ass the whole game.
What about Kellen Mond in the 5th, Texas A&M? I don't think he makes it to the 5th round of the draft. It's still some teams like the Saints, who's going to be looking to add some quarterback help. So I don't think he make it to the 5th, but if he did, I would not be mad at that. A 5th round pick to take a chance, I take that. Book is a winning quarterback. He don't have the sexy numbers, just like Ma is underrated. What is a winning quarterback? What is that? Like Russell Wilson, to me, was a winning quarterback, but the numbers matched it. There was proof across every board that showed that Russell Wilson was a winning quarterback. Where's that proof at for Ian? Where's it at? I want to see what Austin Bryant can do with a full season. Stay healthy, young man.
I think he gets cut.
I think him or Cornell gets cut. One of them two, if not both, get cut.
Yeah, I think Deshaun Ham might be all right, but he might get cut too because he's been hurt like every year he's played.
All right, let me see. Steve-O says all they have to do is get a couple of guys, get long-term contracts after playing for us, and we will be lined up to play for us. For you. Okay, yeah, that's all you got to do. Don't break the bank. We got career backup. Big Ten defenses are indeed weak as hell. I'm gonna just use the as hell part. I'm trying to stop. Ma had a great pro day. Everybody had a great pro day. I hate to tell you that. Who had they said had a bad pro day for real? For real. Name me the players.
Maybe Mac Jones.
At key. No, I heard he had a good one. The only reason he had some buzz around anything because they cut to Brian Belichick, whatever. Yeah, Belichick with him shaking his head, but Belichick might have been talking about something totally different and just got caught in that moment.
That he looked really out of shape too.
What did Ian Book enter? It says, "What did Ian Book enter the draft this year? Why isn't nobody talking about him?" That's from Eltonio Jenkins. It's nothing to really talk about. Like he looks like he should fit the bill, but if you're looking at in comparison to what you can have ahead of him, he's going to slip off of that alone. Like if I'm a team that need a quarterback, and you telling me that the top 5 quarterbacks are gone, but I also need a safety, I'm gonna take the safety because Ian Book needs to be a reason to the pick, and I don't know if we get that with him. I think the few people who are talking about him are Notre Dame fans. Jack Frost agrees with you, Tokyo. I agree with you about Notre Dame quarterbacks. What that guy that went to the NFL from Notre Dame and everybody was hyped up on him? Quin, what was his name? Brady Quin.
Oh, Brady. Yeah, he got drafted to the Browns.
Yeah, that was beautiful. That was really beautiful. Don Burr, I feel left out. I have been trying to get one fucking Lion fan on for a while. It ain't happened. Are you hyped about the signing of the cornerback Corn? Yep, because we need all the help we can get, and it's part of the process of filling holes. Don't add things we don't really need. That's what I'm looking at. Have you checked out any HBCU players, Luke? A few, but as always, per usual, they're going to be late to undrafted, and so I just didn't waste a lot of energy on them. Now, it was a receiver. I want to say, was it Tennessee he was at? I'm trying to think of the school. Let me think. It was a receiver. It's going to come to me in a minute. There's a receiver that jumped out to me, but I was like, I can get him undrafted. like I don't have to waste no pick on him. So those little things make a difference. But I have looked into that because I rose with the HBCU. And for those who do not know, HBCU is historically black college and university. Let me see.
Have you watched any of Rashad Weaver? He's a DN for Pitt.
Pittsburgh, is that 97?
I think so. Have you? Like, is it just you? Like, because I was watching the whole, because I know the Pitt D-line got a lot of hype this year, so I was watching Rashad Weaver, and I couldn't tell if he was just lacking effort or if he really just runs that slow. I feel like he just runs slow.
You know what it is? You got to ask yourself, what is it they're asking him to do? And I think they asked him to do something that he probably didn't want to do, but he was like, F it, I'm making my own.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't fast, and I'm okay with that. As long as he can garner blocks and stuff and push, I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna kill him.
He's got a crazy build though. Like he reminds me of Quar a little bit.
Looney Tune says, Luke, what's another free agent you would like us to go after? Okay, good question.
I got a couple.
I mean, I think that was one of your questions too, right? You had that as one of your questions.
I have
as well.
a few. See, I would like them to bring in like Quan Alexander and BJ Goodson. Those 2 linebackers, I believe, are still free agents that they could bring in at least bring him in for a visit, if anything. And then I think Cordell Patterson's a free agent too.
Yeah, but this is the problem. I'm about filling holes, right? And so does it fill a hole? I think
he's better than Khalif Raymond.
Yeah, I think Malik Jefferson is not Malik. Malik Hooker. I think he's still out there.
I believe so. Yeah.
I would definitely look into him because I need to know who my safeties are. And right now I got Tracy Walker.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
it's safety core.
Yeah, I like who what the hell? Let me see who else I could think of.
D.D. Westbrook's a receiver that's still out there.
You say D.D. Westbrook?
Yeah, he was part of the Jaguars core.
Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, I'm not turning that down neither. I'm thinking for me in free agency, I'm thinking more so of like defense because I'm trying to fill some of these defensive holes. So if I'm
safeties,
right, and so if I'm not filling those defensive holes, then what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
I hope we draft 2 safeties this year. Honestly, I want give me Richie Grant and Andre Cisco.
So let me see. I'm just thinking if we're talking about adding, Larry Fitzgerald's a free agent. Okay, let's see. He
probably retires.
I think he's gonna retire too. I would still try Laquan Treadwell at receiver.
Didn't we already? I think we had him in here for like a week, didn't we?
Man, I don't even think it was a full damn day. I felt like it was like quick and swift. I'll take a shot on little Jordan Humphreys. You know, these are guys who just didn't give a shot. And they just,
Yeah.
Let me see. In terms of, like I said, I'd say hookers out there. Kenny Vaccaro, no. Carl Joseph,
Nah, he's basically what Deron Harmon is.
Yeah, like it's like.
I remember last year the whole Everson Griffin thing. I was surprised we didn't bring up about trading a 5th for Deron Harmon a lot.
Bruh, listen, I was trying to leave it alone because I had took so much heat for pitching a bitch about the trade in the first place. But you know what? Hey,
we gave away a 5th for Deron Harmon, a guy who ain't even here no more.
Bruh, I don't even want to talk about it. This is why you don't give dead man walking the 3rd year.
A guy who's not even signed to a team right now.
I'm really going through the free agent pool looking at it. So I'm trying to see like people who are still left that I can be okay with. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, Devondre Campbell's a free agent. Now that would be intriguing.
But who'd you say?
Devondre Campbell.
Who does he play for?
He used to play for the Arizona Cardinals, and he used to play for the Falcons.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting one at linebacker. Let's see. Obviously everybody loves Eric Wilson. I heard this name come up 1,000 times. Let's see. Are you helping my defense? Is the question.
I mean, anybody's help at this point.
And that's my point. Like you really can't go wrong. But to me, I want these younger guys. I want the Malik Jeffersons, right? Because he got everything to prove, and he's going to come cheaper than what we already seen these other guys get. Because apparently we got a whisperer in the building that know how to lie to these people. I don't know what the hell he telling them. Like, I'm gonna get you a bad chick or something. I don't know, but it's working. It's really freaking scary. So those are some people I would look at. All thanks, but you ain't no slouch yourself. Get on this show and rock with me, man. I'm trying to rock with you over here. One Proud of Don't Ride is my favorite. Let's see. We coming up on that time. Let's see what's going on. with all the picks we have now, we have next year. Do you think the front office is looking at the next year's draft that will impact this year when it comes to trading back? So I think what you're trying to ask me is, are they going to look at how many picks they have next year and try to fall back? No, because you can always dump those picks 6, 7, and 5 easy. So no, I don't think it changes anything. If you can get all your picks in the top 100, top 200, and you get it over with, get it over with. No, I don't think it changes anything. And then if you get more draft capital, let's say, for example, you do get more draft capital, they do have a sucky year like most fans think they're going to have. Now I need that draft capital to trade up, and I have it to do it. So no, I don't think it impacts it at all. What do you think, Ghost?
I'm trying to really understand what he's trying to say. That's what I'm still trying to understand the question. Is he saying how are we going to be with our capital next year? Or what is he trying to say?
No, he's just saying because we got 9 picks next year. So if you trade him back and you're adding more picks in next year's draft, that can affect the cap because you got to account for all the picks that you have. But you can dump those picks throughout the season. So nah.
Yeah.
Steve-O says Paris 4 had a bad pro day. He ran a 4.9 and had a 29-inch vertical. Is that he is safety? I don't see a 4.9 safety when I watch him. There are some other issues he got that I'm a little concerned with, but is that really bad though? No. Did he help himself? Probably not. Because it depends on the people care about that. Don Burr says, Luke G, don't be no chump, do your research. That's what I was just doing, wasn't I? I was just doing that, Ghost, wasn't I? I was just literally doing it. If O-line is a must at 7, Slater has to be the pick. Jock is very comparable to Ray Lewis. Is he worth the 7th pick in the draft, though? No. I don't think there's no defensive player who is worthy of a top 10 pick. I hate to say this, but if I'm a betting man and I think I will win, because I will only bet if I can win, I feel like there won't be a player in defense took it in the top 10 this year's draft. I'm telling you, it won't be. I don't see one. I just don't. I've been saying this for months that I don't see a defensive player that should be a top 10 pick.
Maybe Dallas, literally at 10, but that's outside of that.
I think Dallas is going to look at a few positions, offensive line being one, because Tyron Smith is getting older and they want to keep that line going. And 2, I think with them getting both the safeties from Atlanta, I think, and I just could be wrong about this, I think that they're going to try to find them a legitimate tight end. They still are looking for a tight end, and they are still looking for other defensive help. But I think their tight end situation sucks. So they're going to try to do whatever they can to get a tight end. Let me see. I think Mac Jones is better than Fields and Lance. I'm not killing you on your opinion. Let me see. I'm going down the list. Ghost, you see anything that jumps out to you? Ian Book is trash. I'd rather have Trask, or Trask is a beast. He did more with less. Detroit Lions 74-14. All right, listen. I don't understand the Ian Book love, but I ain't going to kill nobody for it. Let me see. I think Zach Wilson and Trey Lance had poor pro days. That ain't what I read. The words that I heard was electrifying and great and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I thought Zach Wilson. I thought he had a pretty good one.
Oh, he said, it was Mac Jones that had a poor pro day. I heard mixed reviews on that one. Number 29, North Carolina A&T cornerback. Ooh, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to go find out. Go Lions. That name not ringing a bell at all. Like that number not ringing a bell or the school. 73 in the chat, 23 likes. Come on, crew. Hit that like button. Luke putting in work. Hey, I appreciate you, Don Burr. I'm trying to do this every day so y'all can have constant content and be able to have talks that goes to it.
You've been grinding this week.
JGB says, what's been up with the roundtables? So we have 3 people getting married. So we have like 3 people getting married who's been working on that. We have 3 people who got affiliations with paying jobs for sports stuff that's been doing that on top of other stuff. We got people moving, and that's really been what it's been. It's just been a lot of people trying to live and adapt under COVID. We were able to do it at first, but as people are getting back from the COVID with new rules and regulations and new schedules, hell, my new schedule. Y'all know I wasn't free at this early, but I got a new schedule, which I absolutely hate because now I get put on call more. But that's all it is. It's just we have 100% been busy. And so we all are trying to do something individually, but to come together at one singular time when most of us are on different time zones, because let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 of us are on different time zones. Like we got people in Florida, people in the Chi, people in Cali, people in.
You see what Joey Two Top said?
No, what I missed. I mean,
look what he just said.
Free agents are dying.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Oh, I gotta go all the way down. I was still working my way down.
He just said it.
Where is it at? Did I miss it? Let me see. Parsons is the linebacker, but he has been known to hang around the tight ends. Oh wow, I'm not for no. Nah, don't do y'all not for
me.
The bandit might bandit what? The
bandemic.
Been good to me. Let me see. Should go first round. My big finger keeps hitting it. Okay, I had that problem too. I got big hands. Who's the biggest Lion fan here, Don? I don't know. I'm not even gonna say I'm the biggest Lion fan because I'm a fan of football first, so I can't lie like that. I'm trying to get on these days, Luke. Man, hit me up. Bro, come on. Bro, you got my number. Call me. You get on all day. It's not a problem. All you got to do is say when, and we going to do it. Trust me. I rock with you. Let me see. Who's the Oregon defensive end coming out next year at Steve-O? He's slated top 5. Last name starts with a B. Oh, you talking about, oh, God. Damn. I was just looking at next year's draft, bro, and somebody literally brought this guy up to me and said it, and I was like, okay. Oh, man, damn it. I know who you're talking about, and I can't think of his name. My apologies, dog. I can't do it. I can't think of his name. Kayvon. He wrote there. Jared, it's hard to say.
I ain't even gonna pronounce his last name.
You see, I went right over. You ain't gonna embarrass me today. What's your thoughts on Jamie Davis from Kentucky? I love his game. I've been watching more and more film of him because there was a lot of hype going around him, and I saw a mention of him on Brett Collimer's channel, and I was like, oh, let me go do some more research. So I literally watched every snap. That like it's not just him. I think a lot of these linebackers have a problem with getting off blocks. And so that's one of my big knocks on him. The other big knock on him is I think I saw one game where he was going against a power back, and I didn't like the way that he allowed that power back to just keep running. So, yeah, that's just terrible. And, Luke, the DSA is being the version of themselves that can be growth. Yeah, that's 100% what it is. Like, we support each other. We talk on a regular basis, but people just busy as hell. Like, I promise you this, it's just busy. But as things start to get more died down, people, like I said, people getting married, we're going to celebrate them. People buying new houses, I'm going to celebrate them. I don't know about everybody else. I hate freaking moving. So if I got to move, I ain't thinking about nothing else but getting that move over with, and my brain is going to be wrecked until then. So, yes, but it's about growth. We can move independently in the same direction. Let me see. I'm the biggest Lion fan in here. I'm not even from Michigan. Okay. I might have misspelled his name, Don, but he's a beast.
Or should I call him KT? That's his name.
Listen, y'all know how I get down. Did a mock today. See what I'm saying? We probably moved up to like 6 on Pro Football Focus mock draft, man. Everybody doing the mock. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing none, people. I'm trying to get all y'all stuff in. I don't want nobody to say I missed them. I try my best to really cover, and I'm very interactive with my subscribers and people who rock with me and have the conversation. Are those big green TV things new in the stadium? Yes. So they added those bigger TV screens in there this past season. Plus to give you more clarity and all that stuff. So yes, yep. Because even if you look at this picture closely, there wasn't always a TV screen on the podiums, and so they added that. It was just regular lights, so they added quite a few things. Let me see. I'm not an Oregon fan, but I do like their jerseys. They dope. That's because their alumni is the head man of Nike. He be having them hooked up. You should go in if you want to see something dope, go to YouTube and just type in Oregon's football locker room. It's gonna blow your mind. It's just gonna blow your mind. Coastal Carolina quarterback G. McCall, 2023. Check him out. If he got film, I sure will. All right, well, look, that's enough. I mean, look, I ain't got no more questions in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing popping. Detroit.Lions podcast. The next stop start at 7. Hey, make sure you go and check them out, man. Luke. Ambry Thomas. Name not ringing the bell. School and number, please. But as always, what are your final thoughts for the people? Ghost, what do you want to tell the people for a final thought?
I mean, hey, just enjoy the process right now. We're still in the early stages of things. Draft 29 days though.
I want to show somebody this because this right here is just me I'm trolling, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now I'm trolling. So don't y'all freaking judge me, okay? Don't y'all do it. All right. Can y'all see my screen? Can y'all? Nope. Okay. I'm finna unveil it right now. I'm definitely trolling today. Okay. I want y'all to do this before I get up out of here. Y'all, I want y'all to pay attention to something. I had a lot of people hitting me up and say to me, the Lions should really consider Bucky Brooks as a general manager. I want y'all to look at the logic of this man's top 5 at his positions. Okay? Let me go ahead and do this. Make it nice and big. I don't want nobody saying they ain't seen nothing. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones. Don't really care. Najee Harris, Travis, Javonte, which I think these North Carolina running backs, and I hate to say it, are going to be more productive than these two. I just think they are. And then Ohio State, Trey Sermon. Cool, right? Cool. Chase, which I think he got right. Waddles, which I will put ahead of Devontae Smith. I do like Kadarius Toney. I don't know how he just all of a sudden went from not ranked to top 5, but okay. Let me come on down here. Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, Pat, Hunter. Let's see. Braven, Trey. Okay. It's the defensive guys that really rubbed me the wrong way. Because I'm going to show you here. Okay, here we go. I think this, I can't argue it. 1A, 1B. But there's no way this man should be number 3. Christian Darrisaw should not be number 3. He is not aggressive at all. He would Care Bear hug you to death. He's not aggressive. Jalen Mayfield. But he should not be ahead of this man here. First of all, I want y'all to look at something. Y'all see this young face right here? Let me get this thing up. I want to listen. Ghost, you looking right?
Yep.
Look at this young face. That sweet, sweet young face. Look like he eat blueberry pie. This dude is vicious. You understand me? This is a poodle with a pit bull's mentality. And I don't know how he rated that man behind Jalen Mayfield. But whatever, this is his list. I'm not judging. I'm lying. I'm judging. Okay. his guards, I'm just going to leave him alone. Whatever you want. Watch. All right. Pay should not be this high, bro. He just should not be this high. I can move Gregory ahead of him. All because he ran a 4.36, bro. There's no way he should be a top 5 talent on here. No way Jason Owe, whatever. There's no way he should be a top 5. Okay, you know what? Keep going. Okay. I'm just Parsons, linebacker. I would take at this point. I would take Jock over him. I would take him over him. Nick Bolton. Jamie Davis moved up from unranked to 4. Chaz, look what he took off to put them on there. He took Jabril Cox off to add a guy who, former quarterback, should have, to add. I would rather have Cox over him. But again, this is his list. And a lot of these players that he brought up is when I had to draw the line at. All right. So like obviously like Xavier, like I ain't this, whatever. Cool. I just want y'all to see it. Right. Cornerback, I think I hate to say this, but because Jace Horn ran that fast 40, that bumped him up. I think Patrick Surtain should be down a little bit further. I think Ashanti Samuel Jr. should be up a little bit higher. I think Molden should not be on the list. I like his game, but I don't think he should be in anybody's top 5 players. But if he got him, cool. Now, here's where I took exception to. How in the hell is this your number 1 safety? How? How in the hell is he? How? Make this make sense, people. How in the hell is this? And you had people who wanted this man to be the GM. He like seriously wanted this. How is this man right here, yo? Okay. All right, hold on. Hollins is better than him from what I saw. Stay with me. Because he started to move up. He went from unranked to 3rd. He dropped from 3rd to 4. I watched Texas football. This number 7, if I'm not mistaken. Right? But this one right here, that one. Go and watch this film. Don't watch highlights. Literally type in this man's name and put verses.
I'm afraid to type his name.
Put in verses. The first thing you're gonna see, he will hit you. I ain't gonna take that from him. He will hit you. But the very first play you're gonna see is probably, I think, him going against Clemson. Don't even watch this game against Florida, people. I swear to God. Don't even. You know what? Can I do this without getting in trouble? I probably get in trouble. I ain't even play myself like that. Don't even watch this game against Florida. Don't do it. I mean, overrunning plays, not taking the right angles. Just watch his stuff. And to put these guys on here, he took off Andre Cisco? I got nothing. This is the guy that I had people telling me that the Lions should have made a general manager. That man took Andre Cisco off his top 5 best safeties. I can't.
Well, let's hope other teams look at his rankings.
I'm with one funky line. Where the hell is Grant?
So he didn't have Grant or C. He didn't take Grant off. Grant was never on there to begin with.
Where was Grant? Where was? Let me get my positive note. I had to troll y'all today. You know what? I'm gonna get I was gonna do an April Fool's joke and everything. I don't even want to do it no damn more. Bucky Brooks made me want to throw up.
His safety list better be an April Fool's joke.
Don Burr said it best. He's lucky to have a damn job. How do I apply?
A lot of the TV guys are lucky to have jobs.
Like, you mean to tell me you ain't got to do no research? How do I apply? I mean, seriously. Steve-O, I don't agree with those safety rankings at all. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt with some of them other stuff he was doing earlier, but when I got to them safeties, I said, yo, help me make it make sense. I watched the film on them guys, and I was like, how, Bucky? How? You just wanted to put somebody on there for some reason. Joey 2 times said, this ain't even his worst. Man, that's terrible. Here's my positive note today, people. It comes from Frozen. let it go. Yes, I know that's a lot that goes into that. Let it go. That job you was tired of because you can't take it no more, let it go. That girlfriend that keep on causing you problems, or that girl, or that woman that's constantly giving you hell with your kids, let them go. That friend that only call you because they need money, let them go. That family member that always needs your help, but all they do is take, and don't give, let them go. When somebody cuts you off in the middle of the road and you really need to pull onto the side of them to tell them that they ain't shit, let it go. Right? The point that I'm trying to make to you is that half the things that are affecting you are things that you are just holding on to. Things that you are keeping to your heart and your soul and your spirit that you could just let go. The world is full of a-holes. And at some point in time, you were that a-hole. And somebody let it go. So in the great words of Frozen, okay? In the great words of Frozen, let it go. Do not hold on to things that are not for you. Only hold on to things that are for you, and you will know it because it will give to you more than it ever takes. And it's just that simple. Kadeem Moore says, what up? What up, though, Luke? How do I get on the show? Hit me on IG, hit me up on Twitter, or join my Discord and send me a direct message. And it's just that simple. And all you really need is a good headset, like a plug-in headset, or a computer or some type of tablet, something with some good sound quality, and I'll get you on just that simple. Or if you got a cell phone that got good AirPods, something like that, I'll get you on. So hit me up on that. It's all linked in my description. My Discord is in there.
Discord's the easiest.
My Instagram is in there. Twitter is on there. So you hit me up on one of those two, and I will get you on the show, and we could chop it up and talk about anything you want. It's all Detroit Lions, your opinions, your views. I'm here for it. All right. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I leave you with this great piece of advice. Don't be no chump, please. Please do your research. We are out.